Yes, Mata.
सर हमारा मिट्टू भी आ गया.
Yes, yes.
It's our parrot,
Yes, yes,
African
Mata.
grey.
I'm saying yes.
So newcomer for YCB 6.
He is doing some stretching asanas.
जी सर.
Okay. Now we are going to see excretory system, the renal function test. Renal, the role of the kidney. What are the role in our body? The kidney main function excretion. Then homeostasis. Homeostasis is nothing but balance, everything in the balanced state. Then osmoregulation. Then regulation of the salt in the body, regulation of the pH, production of the hormone. So these are the main role and function of the kidney. Kidney function, the main function, filtration of the blood, then selective reabsorption by the active transport, passive absorption in secretion. Then kidney receive the 20 to 25% of the total output of the heart. Then filter 1,70,000 cubic mm filtrate in a day. Then reclaim the 1,300 grams of NaCl each day. NaCl is nothing but a salt, sodium chloride, and 80 gram of glucose each day, almost all the water 180 liter, and completely reabsorbed. Remaining only 1,200 to 2,000 ml of urine output per day. These are simple key points. If the fail kidney normal function, if the fail, that is a kidney failure, that time we have to proceed the dialysis. So kidney சரியா work பண்ணல அப்படின்னா அது வந்து என்னென்ன அவுட்புட் எல்லாம் வெளியேற்றணுமோ அதெல்லாம் வெளியேற்றல அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அப்ப நம்ம டயாலிசிஸ் போவோம். So dialysis perform the function of the kidney if they have failed. Failed another பண்ணுவோம். Some infection conditions-ல some poison condition-ல கூட dialysis பண்ணி blood-ல இருக்கக்கூடிய poisons-ஐ remove பண்றதுக்கு சில technique இருக்கு. Then kidney failure occurs when the kidneys are performing at only 10 to 15% of their normal function. So 85 to 90% of work completely stopped. Then only we declared the kidney failure. ஸோ ஒரு 85-90% அது வேலையை பண்ண முடியலன்னா தான் கிட்னி ஃபெயிலியர்னு சொல்லிட்டு நம்ம டயாலிஸ் போவோம், இல்லைன்னா அது வரைக்கும் போக மாட்டாங்க. டயாலிஸ் கீப் யுவர் பாடி இன் த பேலன்ஸ் பை த ரிமூவிங் த வேஸ்ட்டை ரிமூவ் பண்ணும், சால்ட்டு, எக்ஸ்ட்ரா வாட்டர், prevent them the building of the body. Then keeping the safe level of the certain chemicals in your body such as potassium, sodium, and the bicarbonate. Sodium, potassium, bicarbonate, these are the electrolytes helping to the control blood pressure. So blood pressure la இதை வந்து மெயின்டைன் பண்றதுக்கு டயாலிசிஸ் வந்து சப்போர்ட் பண்ணும். Structure and function of the skin. Skin is the largest organ of the body. So the skin cover the entire body with the total area about 20 square feet. Surface area we will study in the last unit in the practical. This is a 20 square feet about this is approximate measurement. The skin protects protect us from microbes. Microbes means nothing but bacteria, virus, fungus, like this. And the elements helps regulate the body temperature and the permits the sensation of the touch, heat, and cold. So it's one of the sensory organ too. So இருக்கக்கூடிய பெரிய sensory organ. How many sensory organs present in our body? Five.
5, sir.
Five sensory organs. In our yogic concept, we telling the Jnanendriyas, right?
Yes, sir.
The Jnanendriyas are 5 sense organs. அதில் 4 sense organs எங்க இருக்கு? கால்ல இருக்கு, அப்படிதானே?
No, sir. I hate it.
ஹெட்ல இருக்கு.
Yes, sir.
So 4 sense organs வந்து ஹெட்ல இருக்கு. Eyes, nose, tongue and ears. So these are the 4 parts and the entire body. This skin is the 5th sense organ. The skin has 3 layers. Epidermis, then dermis, subcutaneous tissue. 3 பகுதி இருக்கு. So outermost layer of the skin provides the waterproof barrier and create our skin tone. மேல இருக்கக்கூடிய ஸ்கின் தான் நமக்கு வந்து ஷைனியை கொடுத்து டோனிங் கொடுத்து வாட்டர் ப்ரூஃபாக இருந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறது எபிடெர்மிஸ். இஸ் அவுட்டர் லேயர். தென் அதுக்கு அடுத்து உள்ள இருக்கக்கூடிய லேயர் வந்து நம்ம டெர்மிஸ்ன்னு சொல்றோம். இட் கண்டைன்ஸ் த டஃப் கனெக்டிவ் டிஷ்யூ, ஹேர் பாலிகல்ஸ் அண்ட் த ஸ்வெட் கிளாண்ட்ஸ், இதெல்லாம் மிடில் லேயர்ல இருக்கும். தென் டீப்பர் லேயர் சப்குட்டேனியஸ். திஸ் டிஷ்யூ another name hypodermis. The hypodermis or subcutaneous is another name in the third layer of the skin. Is made up of the fat and connective tissue. Then the skin is color created by the special cells called melanocyte. So which components giving the color of the skin? So pigment, it is a melanocyte which produce the pigment melanin. So on the cell வந்து melanin produce பண்ணும், அதுதான் நம்ம கலர் கொடுக்கும். Melanocytes are the located in the epidermis. அந்த melanocytes வந்து மேல் பக்கம் epidermisல வரும். This amount of melanin and pigment எவ்வளோ இருக்கோ அவ்வளோதான் நம்மளுடைய ஸ்கின்னோட கலர். 7 நாட்களில் உண்மையான சிகப்பழகை பெறலாம் அப்படின்னு என்ன அர்த்தம்? 7 நாட்களில் உண்மையான சிகப்பழகை பெறலாம். Fair and lovely. ஓகே, 7 நாளைக்கு அப்புறம் ஃபேர் அண்ட் லவ்லி மேல யாராவது கேஸ் பண்றது உண்டா, எனக்கு கலர் வரல அப்படின்ட்டு? இது வரைக்கும் யாரும் கேஸ் ஃபைல் பண்ணல.
We'll buy one more product, sir. இன்னொரு ப்ராடக்ட் வாங்கி செய்வோம்.
அப்படி இல்லை, உண்மையான சிகப்பழகை பெறலாம் மீன்ஸ் ஆல்ரெடி என்ன இருக்கோ, எக்ஸிஸ்ட் என்ன இருக்கோ அதுதான் வரும். ஸோ நேச்சுரலா உங்க கலர் என்ன இருக்கோ அது மட்டும்தான் வரும். அது ஃபேர் அண்ட் லவ்லி போட்டாலும் உங்க நேச்சுரல் கலர் நேச்சுரலா தான் இருக்கும்போது போடலாம் இருக்கதான் போகுது. அப்போ ஃபேர் அண்ட் லவ்லி போடுறது அந்த கம்பெனி எவ்வளோ டெக்னிக்கலா அந்த விளம்பரப்படுத்துறாங்க பாக்குறீங்களா? யூஸ் பண்ற வேர்டு 7 நாட்களில் உண்மையான சிகப்பழகை பெறலாம். உண்மையான சிகப்பழகு மீன்ஸ், ஸோ நீங்க என்ன வச்சிருக்கீங்களோ அதுதான் உண்மையான சிகப்பழகு. உங்ககிட்ட என்ன இருக்கும் அதுதான் வெளிப்படும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் அதனுடைய வேர்டு. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி அந்த மெலனின் எவ்வளோ இருக்கோ அவ்வளோதான் நம்மளுடைய ஸ்கின்னோட கலர். ஸ்கின்னில் வேற எதுவும் பெருசாக கொஸ்டின் இருக்காது, அவ்வளோதான். ரெகுலேஷன் ஆஃப் த பாடி டெம்பரேச்சர். ஸோ பாடி டெம்பரேச்சர் directly skin cannot control the temperature, cannot regulate the temperature with the support of hypothalamus. Our internal body temperature is regulated by the part of our brain, another small part in the brain, that is the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus check our current temperature and compares it with the normal temperature of the about 37 degrees centigrade. Our body normal temperature 37 degrees centigrade. If our temperature is too low, the hypothalamus makes sure that the body generate and maintain the heat. உங்களோட பாடி டெம்பரேச்சர் கம்மியாச்சுன்னா ஹைப்போதலாமஸ் உடனே அதுக்கு டெம்பரேச்சர் இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணி கொடுக்கும். இந்த டெம்பரேச்சர் ஹை ஆச்சுன்னா உடனே ஸ்வெட்டிங் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணி அந்த ஸ்கின்னை வந்து கூல் பண்ணி கொடுத்துரும். This is an important area for yoga therapists. All yoga therapists must aware on this endocrine system. especially female therapist. Many health issues in the female due to the hormone imbalance. Imbalance ஏன் ஹார்மோன் இம்பேலன்ஸ் ஃபீமேலுக்கு அதிகமாக வருதுன்னா பிகாஸ் ரீப்ரொடக்ஷன். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு வந்து டெலிவரி, மென்சுரேஷன் இதெல்லாம் நிறைய வந்து ஹார்மோனோட கண்ட்ரோலில் தான் எல்லா ஒர்க்கும் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. ஸோ அதனால இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். Generally, what are the endocrine glands are there? Very simple. Pineal gland, pituitary gland, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, adrenal, pancreas, testes, ovary. So these are the endocrine glands. Endocrine glands in Tamil நாளமில்லா சுரப்பிகள். In English, ductless glands. Ductless glands. Each and every glands. Why we are telling gland? If any organ, we simply say organ, and some organ saying gland. What is the difference between gland and organs?
Gland secretes hormones, sir.
Sir,
Glands secrete hormone.
organs வந்து டியூப் இருக்கும் சார். glands வந்து டியூப் இருக்கா சார், டக்லஸ்.
ஆர்கன்ஸ்க்கு டியூப் இருக்குமா?
எஸ் சார்.
Glands don't have
glands
ducts.
directly
Ducts
Glands,
இருக்காது.
mix ஆகும் சார்.
glands, we can classify glands in the two duct glass and ductless glands. Like this, நீங்க ரெண்டா பிரிக்கலாம். ஆர்கன்ங்கிறது, organ is a collection of tissues. It has some specific function. That's a organ. But our glands are different. It is a secretion. So any organs secrete some chemical components. It is a glands, right? So organ வந்து secrete பண்ண அவசியம் கிடையாது. Any organ secretes a enzyme or hormone. That is a glands. So endocrine and exocrine. Exocrine glands are secreting the enzymes. So enzyme இதெல்லாம் secrete பண்ணது அதில் exocrine gland. Exocrineல duct இருக்கும். Secrete பண்ணிட்டு அந்த secretion வந்து bloodல போய் கலக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு டியூப் வழியா போய் கடந்து போய் சேரும். Any enzyme secreted by any glands, it reaches to the blood through some duct. But this endocrine system secrete, endocrine glands or secrete hormones, but the hormones directly mix to the blood without a duct. Why? Any idea? Why the endocrine glands does not have duct? Why it secrete the blood immediately mixed to the blood?
Because blood is the blood carries the hormones to different parts of the body. Sir.
Blood carries hormone, enzyme, எதை தூக்கிட்டு போய் போட்டாலும் அது carry பண்ணும்.
Yes, sir.
This endocrine glands, why does not have duct?
Because top and the end வரைக்கும் போகிறதுக்கு அவ்வளோ long ducts is not required. Instead of that, it is blood is the carrier. Blood flows throughout the body.
Vanisri, do one thing. You take your hand like this. Raise up your hands and close your fingers. And put it on your, open your undergully. Because already I told you, I took the class for you, you forget about this, right? You just do like this and then you can recollect. This is a Varma point here. Oh, you do the Sevikutri Varma. Okay. The hormones always very minimal amount, very lesser amount. Do you know the value of hormones? Do you see any reports, T3, T4 or any hormones report?
Yes,
You can
fine.
see the microgram or nanogram per liter. If you see this sugar, that is a 150 or 120 or 80 milligram per deciliter, which means deciliter means 100 ml. You can see the 100 milligrams in 100 ml. But the nanogram in the liter, the protein 10 grams in the 100 ml. Like this milligrams, grams or other chemicals are present, then the hormones are very lesser amount. The lesser amount, if carrying the moving through the duct, then how it can reach to the blood, right? It will very lesser amount. It is sticky with the duct, not possible to enter to blood. Okay, you just imagine one snake enter to your room. You see in backside of yourself, you see your chair, under the chair and table. You check the snake is there or not. If unfortunately enter the snake in the room, what your room, how far you take, how long time take for you stand on the from your seat? You
Next second, sir. Next second. Next second.
Next second. Then how possible to stand up at the next second? Then what about your heart rate? Then what?
Secretion of adrenal glands, sir.
Adrenal glands will activate, sir. It
Adrenal
produces
gland secrete the hormone and the stress hormone reach to the blood and the brain and every organs stimulated and immediately start the
fight flight response will act.
Right.
Fight flight response will be there.
Fight or flight function. So that much speed and hormones are very immediate work and reach the blood. Once hormone enter to the blood, immediately all organs alerted. So அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு எலக்ட்ரிக் கெமிக்கல்ஸ் தான் இந்த ஹார்மோன்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது. So hormones are working very fast, but very minimal amount. That's why the endocrine glands are does not having the duct. This is a reason.
Sir,
Yes, madam.
sir, please repeat why these endocrine glands don't have ducts. In simple, it was very confusing.
Okay. Neha, yes, madam. Okay. Mata went somewhere. Okay. Mata, the hormones are very less amount secreted by the endocrine gland.
Endocrine gland, right.
So the less amount, which means the microgram or nanogram of the hormones. That
Right.
hormones, if the duct present in the endocrine gland,
Right, sir.
the secreted by the gland, it reach to the blood through the duct. That a
Yes.
lesser amount of hormone not possible to reach to the blood.
Right, sir.
It is sticky in the duct only.
Right,
So
sir.
that's why the technical
Technical
issue.
part is this. Sir, got it. Sir, I got it.
The God is
Thank-
made very
Thank-
organ gland. He remove the duct and directly connect to the blood vessel.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
sir, road transport, waterway transport, road transport, air transport, water transport.
There is no customer, there is no transport directly. You can consume from the field worker, right? It's like direct consumer directly take the wholesale. Always you do remember here not mention about the exocrine gland or exocrine system here, but your keep your mind some key points. Exocrine glands secrete the enzymes. The enzymes are working as a catalyst. Catalyst in Tamil we can say simply Vinay Uki. Catalyst means that chemical component increase the chemical reaction. It stimulates the chemical reaction. For example, if you mix the salt, NaCl, sodium chloride with the water, the sodium chloride salt, common salt, our kitchen common salt dissolve in water, which means salt water. That one chemical reaction possible in the mixing. If you make some heat, that heat help to the dissolve the salt in the water quickly, right? Why? The heat is one of the catalyst. Heat is one of the external factor to increase the chemical reaction. So same way, the enzymes are working. The enzymes are not directly involved to the chemical reaction, but it give the speed of the chemical reaction. That enzymes, you can easily find out the enzyme, how the all enzymes, the name end with the ASE, amylase, lipase, alkaline phosphatase, acid phosphatase. Like this, the name end with the ASE. So that is a hormone or enzyme. That time you can simple the ASE, any names end with the ASE, that is the enzymes. That are the enzymes. Here only we are studying about the hormones. So hormones can be classified in 3 type of hormones: the amine group hormone, peptide protein hormones, and the steroids. This is not important for here. This amine group or peptide group, this biochemical students only is studying it. Here our yoga students only understand the endocrine glands are secrete hormones. That will be enough. Then what are the glands secreted? What are the enzyme hormones? Here 1, 2, 3 charts here. From the chart you can get the idea about the hormones. Here pituitary is the most gland of the endocrine system. This is the first key point, right? Where is the master gland present in our body? At the center of the body, right?
Middle of the eyebrow center.
Eyebrow center. The master gland.
Behind to our eyes, sir. Center.
Right. Okay, inside of the brain, right? Very simple. The pituitary gland having 2 lobes. One is an anterior lobe, another one is a posterior lobe. In this chart, you have to study this chart. What are the hormones secreted by the anterior pituitary? Then what are the hormones secreted by posterior pituitary? GH is nothing but a growth hormone, prolactin, ACTH, and FSH, LH, ICH, and TSH, MSH, then ADH, oxytocin. These are the hormones secreted by the pituitary gland. So, what are the function and what are the control? So you can get some idea about the next chart. What kind of hormones secreted by posterior and anterior? Then hormones control the which kind of organs, directly controlled by the organs. So you can get the some idea from here. There's a pituitary gland present in the this area of the brain, the lower side of the brain, and it you can zoom பண்ணீங்கன்னா பெருசு பண்ணீங்கன்னா இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஒரு பட்டாணி ஷேப்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய இந்த ஷேப். இதனுடைய ஹார்மோன்ஸ் வந்து என்னென்ன ஹார்மோன்ஸ் இருக்கு, அந்த ஹார்மோன் எதெல்லாம் கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணுங்கிறத இங்க ஜஸ்ட் கொடுத்துருக்கோம். From the one diagram, you can get idea about the pituitary gland. Pituitary how control the all other organs. You see the oxytocin, it is a work on the breast and the uterus. ADH control the antidiuretic hormone, it's a kidney function. And then the PRL, that's a prolactin. growth hormone, FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, LH luteinizing hormone, ACTH and TSH like thyroid stimulating hormone. Like this, the stimulating all stimulating hormones secreted by the pituitary. Some therapist in the examiner asking question that the TSH thyroid stimulating hormone secreted by which organ? That time casually we are telling answer thyroid gland, sir. Thyroid stimulating hormone secreted by pituitary. LH follicle stimulating hormone. Follicle stimulate follicles present in the ovary. So that's why someone telling the follicle stimulating hormone secreted by the ovary or uterus. We are telling the answer like this. LH, FSP are all the female hormone. That hormone they regulate the periods and the menstruation, everything. So these are the other glands, endocrine glands secreted hormones. The posterior pituitary lobe, the antidiuretic hormone ADH and oxytocin secreted by the posterior and arterial growth hormone PRL, LHFS, TSH, ACTH, the adenocorticotropic hormone, that's the ACTH. Then pineal gland, melatonin. What are the function for this hormone? You just read this one chart enough to understand about the hormone system. This is antidiuretic hormone ADH, they increase the water reabsorption by the kidney. Already the kidney, while studying the kidney பத்தி படிக்கும்போது நம்ம ADH பத்தி ஹார்மோன்ல செக்ரேட் பண்ணது இதான் அப்சர்வ் பண்ணதுங்கெல்லாம் படிச்சுட்டு தான் வந்திருக்கோம். Same. Then oxytocin stimulate the uterine contraction. So uterine contract பண்றதுக்கு oxytocin support பண்ணுது. Then growth hormone stimulate the cell division and the growth. If the growth hormone is failure, the growth தடப்பட்டுரும். Then அவங்களுடைய height வளர மாட்டாங்க. Then prolactin initiate the milk synthesis and the FSH stimulate the gametes production and the sex hormone regulation. Then LH stimulate the same function. Then TSH stimulate the secretion of the thyroid gland, which means thyroid secreted by the secretes TSH, T3, T4. So அதெல்லாம் control பண்றது. Then ACTH control the adrenal cortex. Melatonin involved in the sleep-awake cycle. Melatonin is a hormone. This pineal gland secrete the hormone melatonin. In the dark room only, the melatonin secretion very high. Nowadays, melatonin the commonly reduced because of the screen exposure. If you see the screen, mobile phone or laptop or any screen in the night time, your melatonin secretion low. If the melatonin secretion low, you cannot go to the deep sleep. If you not reach deep sleep, your cells cannot renew. So replace. உங்களுக்கு செல் எல்லாம் ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. உங்களுடைய cells renewal நடக்காது. So metabolism collapsed. If the metabolism collapsed, it will lead to some diseases like diabetic mellitus, hypertension, cancer, some other diseases. So these are the melatonin is one of the important hormone in secreted by the pineal gland and the thymus gland, thymosin and thymosin only one hormone for the thyroid increase the metabolic rate. Then you see the thyroid hormone is directly involved to the metabolism. Triiodothyronine, that is a T3. Thyroxine is a T4. Calcitonin, this is one of the main hormones secreted by the thyroid. Only we are talking about the T3, T4 only. Why? This is a T3, T4 directly involved to the metabolic function, sudden weight gain or weight loss. So அதனால T3, T4 நமக்கு மெயினா நம்ம பார்க்கிறோம். But calcitonin is one of the stimulate the osteoblast to remove the calcium from the blood and lowering the blood calcium level. Calcium level குறைஞ்சதுன்னா You are musculo, you know very well calcium, the role of calcium. Where the calcium is very important. In the body, everywhere calcium is a main role. Calcium ion in the blood coagulation and NMJ. Can you remember the NMJ?
Neuromuscular junction.
Neuromuscular junction. If you want to contract your muscles or relax your muscle, these calcium ions are the having main role. Then parathyroid hormones, PTH stimulate the same work as a calcium level control. Then adrenal cortex, the cortisol and aldosterone, two hormones. The cortisol maintain the blood sugar levels between the meals, in between the food. Then aldosterone increase the sodium and water reabsorption by the kidney. So adrenal cortex, there's a two hormone ADH and the adrenal aldosterone are the support to the kidney function. Then adrenal medulla secrete the epinephrine, norepinephrine, two hormone. This is stress hormones. This is initiate the response similar to the sympathetic nerve system. The sympathetic function by these two hormones, epinephrine and norepinephrine. This is another name. This is epinephrine, norepinephrine, cortisol. These are the stress hormones. Then pancreas, glucagon, stimulate the increase the blood sugar level, and insulin control the blood sugar level. Then ovary secrete the estrogen and progesterone, stimulate the development of the female reproductive system by the estrogen. Then progesterone stimulate the development of the same function, the reproductive system of the female. Then testosterone stimulate the male reproductive system. So these are the endocrine glands secreted some hormones, that hormones having some specific function. These are the all control under pituitary gland. This one tabular column enough to understand about the endocrine system.
Sir, on the thiamine வந்துட்டு it was like regarding with the T cells ன்னு இருக்கு இல்லைங்களா சார் அந்த T cells வந்து அந்த மசில் அனாட்டமில வர அந்த T cells தானா அது
T cell, B cell அல்லமா?
Thymosin stimulates increase production of T cells ன்னு சொல்லி போட்டிருக்காங்க அந்த T cells வந்து அந்த மசில் அனாட்டமில வரும் இல்லைங்களா அந்த டியூப்ஸ் அதுவா இல்ல இது வேற ஏதாவது
T cells வந்து இதுல இருக்கு. T cell, B cell comes under the immunity. Immunity வந்து T cells, B cells வந்து secreted by I think spleen, lymphocyte இருந்து வரும் நினைக்கிறேன். Lymphocyte. The another name CD4, CD8. Some immune cells. Anatomy and physiology of eyes. Anatomy and function. The eye is a shape like a round ball with the slight bulge at the front. கொஞ்சமா ஃப்ரண்ட்ல விங்கர் மாதிரி இருக்கும். The specialized sense organ capable of receiving the visual images which are then carried out the brain. If you have eyes, please see the front of your screen. You can understand about what are the function of your eyes. கண்ணு இருந்துச்சுன்னா கண்ணுல அப்படியே பாருங்க, முன்னாடி ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியும், அதுல கண்ணோட ஃபங்க்ஷன். The eyes are three main layers. One is the outer layer, middle layer, and the inner layer. The outer layer we can say the cornea and the sclera. Middle layer is a ciliary body and iris. Then inner layer is the retina. Simple names, key points that this will be enough to anatomy of the eyes. Some other functional muscles are giving the support to work of your eyes. No need to study about the deeper level in your sensory organs here. Only small key points in the exam only. Some work of the sensory organ. கண் எதுக்கு யூஸ் ஆகுதுன்னு விசுவலைஸ் பண்றதுக்கு அப்படிங்கிறதும் அதுல என்ன லேயர் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சிம்பிளா கேட்பாங்க. இந்த level 6 is a very lesser syllabus. In the level 7 only they are expect more yoga therapeutic consultant. Therapeutic yoga consultant. Here not much more the important questions from here. Sense organ. Here you just do remember in the smell organ. There is a sense organ of smell. It's a nose. The olfactory mucous membrane. This is a nasal cavity. This is a olfactory bulb. This is a olfactory bulb and epithelium get the smell and it processed to the brain. In the sense, nerves தான் வந்து brainக்கு வந்து தகவலை கொடுக்கிறது. This olfactory pathway, you can get the idea about this deeper level study. They will study. You need not worry about this. This is a higher function. You just see the some olfactory bulb. This is nerves. These are the bundle of nerves getting the smell and reach to the brain. So you can stimulate this function properly. இதெல்லாம் நீங்க வந்து ப்ராப்பரா ஃபங்க்ஷன் பண்ண வைக்கணும் அப்படின்னா ஜெல் நெட்டி சூத்தர் நெட்டி the kriya practices will stimulate the good work. Tongue is one of the important part is the taste buds. Taste buds contain the taste receptor cells. In our body, whenever destroy the cells, immediately replace, very fast replacement in the body. நம்ம பாடியில ரொம்ப ஃபாஸ்டா குயிக்கா ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு ஆர்கன் எது அப்படின்னா டங்கு தான். In the morning, if you are taking hot coffee or tea, burnt with the high temperature, taste buds will destroy. Immediately you lost your taste, right? உங்க டேஸ்ட் வந்து போய்ட்டு நாக்கு சுற்றுச்சுன்னா இமீடியட்டா ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணிட்டு வித்தின் டிஃபன் ஆர் மதியம் லஞ்சுக்குள்ளார யுவர் டங்ஸ் ரீப்ளேஸ்ட் த டேஸ்ட் பட்ஸ். யூ கேன் கெட் த டேஸ்ட் ஆஃப்டர் லஞ்ச், ரைட்? இந்த லஞ்ச் டைம் காலையில் சுட்டுக்குச்சுன்னா மதியம் லஞ்சுக்குள்ளே ரெடி ஆகிடலாம். அந்த அளவுக்கு ரீப்ளேஸ் வந்து வெரி ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு செல்ஸ் இங்கே இருக்குது. அதுதான் டேஸ்ட் பட்ஸ் ஆர் டேஸ்ட் ரெசப்டார்னு சொல்லக்கூடியது. ஸோ இது வந்து த அனதர் நேம் gustatory cells அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. தென் அனதர் நேம் வந்து ஸ்மால் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் நோன் அஸ் த பாப்பிலா. அதில் வந்து அந்த டங்கில் வந்து ஸ்மால் ஃபைபரா இருக்கும். 6 kind of taste are there. You can study in the Ayurveda subject. You will study later. Then here what is the use of ear? That the ears are organ of the hearing purpose. And important another one word, it is a very important word. You do not forget balance. Here you hear not work properly, your ear bones are not properly work, so you cannot do the balancing asana, Gardasana or Vrikshasana or any inverted asanas. You cannot stand. The external ear இயருக்கு வந்து அவ்வளோ ஒன்றும் பெரிய ஃபங்க்ஷன் கிடையாது. உள்ளார இருக்கக்கூடிய இன்டர்னல் ஆர்கனுக்கு தான் நிறைய ஒர்க் அதிகம். This is the smallest bone in the picture. Stabs.
Excuse me.
You see the screen, balancing nerve. This is a balancing organ, balancing nerves. Can you see here? These are the nerves. So if you turn, you are sitting the closed, that time you turn your body, you can. If you are sitting the bus, you are closed with the closed eyes, you are sitting the bus getting turned, you can understand. Okay, bus are turning in the right side or left side. How the possible? These are the nerves and organs give support to realize. The inner ear, three-part important part for your exam purpose. This is a cochlea, the inner ear, and the vestibule, then the semicircular canal. So these are the three important parts to hearing the sound. There's a cochlea is a contains nerves for the hearing. This nerves வந்து carry பண்ணி நமக்கு கொடுக்கும். Vestibule வந்து உங்களுக்கு contains a receptor. So இதை receive பண்ணும். So nerves வந்து hear பண்ணும். Then receptor for balance. Vestibule is a balancing part. Without vestibular function properly, so you cannot balance. Then semicircular canals, it contains the receptor for the balance. Vestibule and the semicircular canals, so balancing. Then reproductive hormone very simple. The male part is secrete the spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis means production of the sperm cells. Genesis means formation. This keyword only enough. The testes secrete the sperm cells and the vesical fluids. Then the female reproductive system is a little important for this exam. This is cervix, cervix, uterus, ovaries, and fallopian tubes. So you focus, these are the area enough to your exam purpose for YCB level 6. The cervix are the small opening, this is uterus and vagina dilate to the 10 centimeter during the birth. Other times it is a very normal position. Then uterus is the organ hold the nourish here developing the fetus. Uterus giving the nourishment to the fetus. குழந்தைங்க வளர்றதுக்கு அதுதான் உணவு கொடுத்து ஊக்கத்தை கொடுத்து வளர்க்குது. It and the egg was properly fertilized. So uterusல தான் அந்த egg fertilize ஆகி குழந்தை கரு உருவாகிறது நடக்கும். Ovaries are the female gonad. It ovaries produce ova. Ovaries தான் ovaries is nothing but here you see the ovary. This is a ovary. This is a uterus. You don't get confused with the ovary and uterus. This is separate. This is separate. Ovaries release the ova. When one matured ova comes out from the ovary, it reach to the, it catch the this fallopian tube. This fallopian tube catch the ova to the inside. It take இது உள்ளார எடுத்துட்டு போகும்போது sperms will reach to there and then fertilization possible. The fallopian tube is a small tube transport the ova from the ovary to the uterus. This is where the egg waits to the to be fertilized. In case the fertilization happening in the fallopian tube, if the embryo started to growth in the fallopian tube, what is the medical terminology? Any idea? Someone suffer.
Ectopic pregnancy, sir.
Yes, ectopic pregnancy. They immediately they do the surgery and they remove the embryo out. வெளியே எடுத்துருவாங்க. The ectopic pregnancy is one of the danger pregnancy. Then ovary and the hormones, the luteinizing hormone, that is the LH, and the follicle stimulating hormone FS. This is secreted by the pituitary and promote ovulation, stimulate the ovary to the produce estrogen and progesterone. Then menstruation. Menstruation are the period a normal vaginal bleeding that occurs as a part of the woman's monthly cycle. Every month our body prepare for the pregnancy, but unfortunately pregnant agalana, it release the periods. If no pregnancy occurs, the uterus are warm said lining. The lining is a epithelium. The menstrual blood is partly blood and partly tissue. From the inside of the uterus, it come out as like a bleeding. So this is simply beeping of uterus. Uterus வந்து அழ ஆரம்பிச்சு. Then pregnancy occurs when a sperm fertilizes an egg after the it released from the ovum duration the ovulation. The fertilization fertilized egg travel down to the uterus and where the implementation occurs. The successful implementation results in the pregnancy. That's all. Some questions will come. Please define the pregnancy like this. Some questions. The pregnancy usually lasts about 40 weeks or just over the 9 months, as mentioned from the last menstrual period of the delivery. எவ்வளவு நாள் நடக்கும் எக்ஸ்பெக்டட் டெலிவரி டேட்ல EDD அப்படின்னு ஒன்று ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. அது எதுல இருந்தா மாசம் நடந்த மென்சுரல் டேட்ல இருந்து போடுவாங்க. அதுல இருந்து 9 மந்த்ல குழந்தை வந்து டெலிவரி ஆகும். 280 days 280 days மேல குழந்தை யூட்ரஸ்ல தங்காது. ஸோ சைல்டு பர்த் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து ப்ராசஸ் ஆஃப் த டெலிவரிங் த பேபி அண்ட் placenta from the uterus to the vagina and outside the world. It's called the labor or delivery. The lactation is nothing but the process of the milk production, and the human milk is secreted by the mammary gland. This is one of the important keyword. Someone asked already asked this question in the previous question. Which gland secrete the milk? So mammary glands, which are they located within the fatty tissue of the breast. The nervous system. So I am taking very fast, but I couldn't complete the nervous system. Okay, we will study about the nervous system in the next class, because this is one of the important system in the yogic field. This nervous system and endocrine system, muscular system are the very, very important. The most important the nervous system for the yogic practice. So that's why we will study about this detailed study about nervous system, nerve cells and how it function, and what are the structure of the nerves, and where is the nerves, and what are the main function and classification of the nervous system, which are the part of the nervous system are involving in the yogic path, yogic field. Then how work the asanas, pranayama, mudra, bandhas are on the nervous system, how control the nervous system. Like this we will study in the next classes. These are the good subject. I think these are the nervous system and the brain system take 1 hour. I think I will finish this anatomy physiology subject in the next class. Thank you for your active listening and patience.
Thank you, sir.